Hypnosis is real, but probably not what you think. Various forms of hypnosis-like practices have existed for centuries, but the Western concept of hypnosis, like the kind where people are made to act silly on stage, emerged around the 18th century. A German physician, Franz Mesmer, attempted to treat medical conditions by putting patients into a trance, claiming to balance their animal magnetism. While his patients often felt better, it wasn't due to any mystical force. It was the power of suggestion. However, Mesmer's dramatic style, which included wearing capes and playing eerie glass harmonica music, led to him being discredited. So were his patients simply gullible, or was something else at play? We define consciousness as our awareness of ourselves in the world, and it functions whether we're awake, asleep, or dreaming. Hypnosis is an altered state of consciousness. You're aware, but not in a typical waking state. This is fascinating because our minds have different states, and sometimes we enter modes where we don't feel entirely like ourselves. Altered states can also be induced by hallucinations, drugs, or other experiences. Despite misconceptions, hypnosis is a legitimate phenomenon. It's best described as a relaxed, focused state where people become more open to suggestion. Studies show it can help with stress, anxiety, pain management, and even weight loss. However, hypnosis does not strip away personal control. No one can force you to commit crimes or behave against your will. Nor is it a reliable way to uncover lost memories, as we don't store experiences in perfect detail, and recollections change over time. Interestingly, about 20% of people are highly hypnotizable, meaning they respond strongly to suggestions, like smelling something unpleasant when told it's a fragrant flower. However, there's still debate about what hypnosis actually is. Some believe it's a form of social influence, where individuals play the role of a good hypnotic subject. Others think it involves a psychological process called dissociation, where a person detaches from their surroundings to different degrees. This dissociation can be helpful in situations requiring automatic responses, like ignoring pain in high-stress scenarios. In clinical hypnosis, patients enter a relaxed, voluntary state and are guided through suggestions that may help them. It's not about being forced to dissociate, but rather being encouraged to, with some people more naturally inclined toward this state than others. Understanding hypnosis helps us explore the complexity of human consciousness, but it's not the only way we alter our mental states. Another common method is drug use. Most of us consume substances that influence our minds, from caffeine to alcohol to prescription medications. However, regular use leads to tolerance. What once required 2 drinks for a buzz may soon require 4. This adaptation, called neuroadaptation, can lead to addiction, which carries both psychological and physical consequences. Psychoactive drugs, which alter mood and perception, work by affecting neurotransmitters in the brain. Expectations also play a role. If you believe a drink will make you aggressive, you might act that way, even if it's non-alcoholic. These substances fall into 3 main categories: depressants, stimulants, and hallucinogens. Depressants, like alcohol, tranquilizers, and opiates, slow brain function. Alcohol acts as a disinhibitor, reducing judgment and self-awareness. At high doses, tranquilizers can be dangerous, and opiates like heroin and morphine suppress neural activity while providing pain relief. However, prolonged use causes the brain to stop producing its own painkillers, leading to severe withdrawal symptoms. Stimulants, on the other hand, increase neural activity. Legal examples include caffeine and nicotine, while illegal ones range from amphetamines to cocaine. Sigmund Freud was once a strong advocate for cocaine, believing it could cure morphine addiction, until he abandoned it in favor of his lifelong cigar habit, which ultimately led to his death. Stimulants like methamphetamine and cocaine flood the brain with neurotransmitters, creating temporary euphoria followed by a depressive crash. Hallucinogens, including LSD and certain plants, distort sensory perception. Users may see, hear, or feel things that aren't real. But hallucinations can also occur without drugs. Stress, illness, or sensory deprivation can trigger them. Even people who lose a sense, like sight or smell, sometimes experience phantom sensations as their brains compensate for the loss. Ultimately, whether you're a scientist or a philosopher, The study of consciousness is a vast and intriguing field. Today we covered hypnosis, what it is and what it isn't, how different drugs alter the mind, and how hallucinations can occur naturally. Thanks for watching, and a special thanks to our supporters who make this content possible.